Hello guys. Today, I will be helping you to install Windows 11 on an unsupported laptop or computer. As you can see here, this is an HP Pavilion G6. It's from 2012, and it doesn't meet the system requirements for Windows 11. As you can see here, the specifications for this computer do not allow us to install Windows 11 without bypassing the system requirements. It is currently running Windows 11 Pro, and it is currently running on an Intel i3 second generation. 2.3 GHz and 2 cores, and only 4 GB RAM. And this is running on a 128 GB SSD plus a 500 GB hard drive. Now you know the situation that this laptop does not support Windows 11 officially. So I will be guiding you step by step how to do this without losing any of your data. Or, if you want, you could install Windows 11 by clearing all of your data and starting a new fresh system on your computer. To do this, open any of your web browser that you use and type in Windows 11.25H2 download. This is the latest build for Windows 11. Now click on Microsoft's website. I am repeating this, that do not click on any other website. Only click on Microsoft's official website, because this is the only safe way to download Windows 11 from. Now, when you reach this page, then scroll down until you come into the Download Windows 11 disk. Download Windows 11 disk. Image ISO for x64 devices. Now, this will only work if you have an x64 processor, which many of people would already have. Now you have to select the download. Now you have to choose even Windows 11 multi-ISO download for 64 devices. This is for x64 Now, you can go and click on download. This may take a bit of time. And now, we just have to confirm which language we are using. To check which language we are choosing, you have to type in this command. Press Windows plus R, and then type in Ms. Info 32. Then press Enter. From here, you could tell which language you're already using. United States. So I'm going to close this, and we're going to install United States. Our language would be English United States, because that is the one we're using already. Now, confirm. Now, we just have to download the 64-bit version of Windows 11. This is an ISO image. And now, as you can see, that Windows 11 is being installed. I will cancel this because I already have the ISO image. I just showed you how to install it from Microsoft's own website. Now, as we already have downloaded the ISO image, now we're going to bring in a USB drive. I would recommend that use an 8 GB USB, because that is the only one which will work for you. A 4 GB USB stick, or an 6 GB USB stick, will not work, because Windows 11 will not fit inside that. I already have a USB here. I will plug it into my computer. So now I am going to plug in the USB in the laptop. Now, as you can see here, that this USB already has the Windows 11 set up. Now, I will tell you how you can also format your USB so you can bypass Windows 11 system requirements and install Windows 11 without losing any of your data. First of all, you have to open again your web browser. And once you open your web browser, type in Rufus on the search bar. This is an application that you can use to format your USB, to turn it into a bootable Windows 11 installation media. Click on the official Rufus website. Now, you have to scroll down. This is how the interface would look like. And now you have to click on the latest version, which is 4.11, but later, it could change, because Rufus keeps updating their application. And as I already have this ER fold on my Fold Downloads folder, then I don't need to install it again. Once you have installed Rufus, open up your Downloads folder. Once you open your Downloads folder, you can see that you have installed Rufus. Click on it. And then once you get this pop-up, click Yes. And now you can see here, I have already plugged in my USB. Now, this is already formatted. I just need to select the ISO image to do this. Click on Select and then choose the place where you install the Windows 11 ISO. And in my case, it's in Disk J, but most probably, it would be in the Downloads folder for you, because I moved it from there to here. Now, you just double-click to select the ISO image. Now, you have the ISO image. Just keep this to standard Windows installation. And now this is the important part. Now you have to choose the partition scheme and target system. To know which partition scheme and target system you want to use, you have to type in the same command by pressing Windows +R. and type in mcinfo32. Now, after you get the information, now you have to check if your BIOS mode is Legacy or UEFI. If it is Legacy, which most unsupported laptops do have, then you have to click on MBR. But if it shows UEFI for you, then you might want to choose U on the right and GPT on the left. This is for UEFI. But it doesn't really matter. If you don't want to boot your USB from the BIOS, and just want to install Windows 11 through an in-place upgrade without losing any data, so it doesn't really matter. Just keep it to GPT. You could rename the USB into any name you want. Like for example, you could just name it USB. And you should leave the file system and cluster size to what is already there. Then, after that, you have to click on Start, which is there. Then it will show you this IR menu. And this is the most important menu that you're going to see in the video. Here, it says, remove requirement for 4 GB plus RAM, secure boot and TPM 2.0. Now, for secure boot, most laptops have which support UEFI. And TPM 2.0 is a trusted platform module, which is meant for increased security on your computer, which many of unsupported PCs don't have. This is only available in 8th generation and above. And 4 GB RAM is also, plus RAM, is also requirement for Windows 11. So if you have an unsupported PC, then click on this. And if you want to create a local account on Windows 11, then also click on this. And if you want to automatically create a local account with a username, then you could type in your username and click here as well. And then just click on all of these 3 remaining checkboxes. I already have it formatted on the USB, so I will not be doing that. Now, you would most probably have your USB formatted, as I have mentioned, like after clicking on the Start and then checking all of the checkboxes. Then, you will see an option on Rufus on the progress bar, which says Ready. Then, after that, close the application. Now, you have to go back to your USB folder. After you open your USB folder, then you have to click on Setup. You will have the exact same files like I have on the USB, apart from this USB file, which I put in there by myself for setup. But that is optional if you want to create some installation media files into that USB folder if you want to. But in this case, you are doing an in-place upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11 without losing any of your data, so there is no need. Now here, when you get this installed Windows 11 menu, you have to click on Change How Setup, Downloads, Updates, and then click on Now. Not right now. If you do download updates, then the installation media will go online and detect that your PC does not support Windows 11. So we don't want this installation media to go online. And in this case, do not click on Download Updates and click on Do Not Do It Right Now. After that, you will be seeing this screen, checking your PC. And as the installation media will not go online, and Rufus has already done the work for us on the USB by bypassing the system requirements. This should go smoothly. Now, if you see this, that you're getting the licensing terms, it means that we have officially and successfully bypassed Windows 11 system requirements. Now, I will be checking. If your computer has enough free space, make sure to leave some space so you can easily install Windows 11. Now, after that, you will see this menu that is saying that the setup is saying to install Windows 11. Now, we have officially bypassed the system requirements. You can choose what to keep by clicking here, but it automatically says to keep personal files and apps. So it means the way you organize your desktop, taskbar, and the start menu will remain the same, and you will not even lose a single file, and it will install Windows 11 Pro. Now, you just have to click on Install. And then, it'll show you the screen. And as I have already installed Windows 11 on this computer, I will be clicking Cancel on this, but just to make sure for you that you should not cancel this process. And keep your USB plugged in during the installation process once the computer restarts. After this goes 200%. Then plug out the USB so it doesn't boot from the USB. We want it to boot into Windows 11 after this restarts. So I will pick it and cancel here. So the only main important setup you should know while installing Windows 11 is that you must leave the USB plugged in until the laptop reaches 100% complete and then restarts. And during the restart, just plug out the USB so the laptop boots into Windows 11 instead of the USB. And there you have it. Windows 11 running on an unsupported computer. If you want to learn more detail about how to run software and all kinds of other stuff on unsupported PC or low-end computers, then you could just drop it in the comments. If you want links for how to install the Windows 11 installation media without searching it yourself, as well as Rufus, I will leave links in the description. Now, this is all. Thanks for watching.